Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. Introduce myself. I'm Suci Nazira, 1901-8044. I make this video for the assignment in public speaking class. I would like to tell you about the impact of global warming, and it would take long time. But as we cannot do that, I shall make it short and clear. What do you think when you hear global warming? According to Holly Rivik 2010 stated, global warming is the unusual rapid increase in Earth's average surface temperature over the past century, primarily due to the greenhouse gases related by people burning fossil fuels. In Australia, global warming affected against ecosystem, species, food and farmer, water, coastal erosion, health, and damage to homes, and among other things. As we know that all countries over the globe have been impacted by global warming, a rising environmental degradation, and Australia being no exception. And over the past century, the temperature in Australia has risen by 0.8 degrees Celsius, with the minimum temperature rising quicker when compared to the maximum temperature. And next, I want to talk about how global warming impacts life in Australia. And I'm telling you, according to zero, when compared to 1990 figures, the average annual temperature by 2030 could rise between 0.4 degrees Celsius to 2 degrees Celsius and 1 degree Celsius to 6 degrees Celsius by the year 2070, 2001. And level of climate change in the future remains uncertain and adaptable, although it's certain that fluctuations in rainfall, tropical cyclones, and El Nino certain oscillation events, as well as decreased snow cover and duration can be expected. And then, considering to the fact that global warming impact to ecosystem, animal, and species, and this is horrible because have a domino effect of the animal kingdom as well. It's crucial that past and current data is accurately and comprehensively documented in order to predict future changes effectively. However, unlike countries in the Northern Hemisphere, Australia does not have conventional phenological observation or extensive data sets. Although climate change in the continent has traditionally been attributed to overgrazing, clearing of forests, and forest fires, the impact of encroachment and eclipse woodlands by rainforests, as well as the planting of trees in subalpine fields have been mostly ignored. Hughes 2003. And to reduce the impact of the climate change, the government in Australia transfer of specific animal species based on the changes in temperature. This is to protect the animal in Australia, and it's the alternative way to reduction the death of animal. And in summary, in order to address the problem of climate change in an effective, planned and controlled manner, the government of Australia has undertaken several key initiatives known as the Three-Pillar Climate Change Strategy, Department of Climate Change 2010. To begin with, the Carbon Pollution Reduction Scheme or CPRS is the government flagship program aimed at substantially curbing greenhouse gas emissions that are leading to a rise in temperatures. Secondly, the government acknowledges the need to adapt to face the climate change that cannot be prevented. Finally, it seeks to play an active role in devising an effective solution to climate change that can be implemented effectively. And we know that the government of Australia tried so hard how to reduce the impact of climate change by transfer the animal to protect them from the climate change. And some research try about the weather, about the storm and rainfall in snow to protect the area and to protect the water coastal, to avoid coastal erosion and among other things that has a harm of climate change. This is a big deal because if the government ignores this problem, and there will be so many disasters in nature. Okay, that's it for me. If I did any mistakes, I'm so sorry for that. And see ya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.